what's up? This is Johnny DaCosta, and I'm coming at you with a Batman and Robin Volume 1 collection video. Absolutely love this title here that came out in August 2009. This is pre-New 52. The New 52 Batman and Robin is, everyone knows out there, it is one of my favorites. And I do prefer that one over this one, but still, this is fantastic, and the reason why I love this title so much, it has to do with Dick Grayson, Nightwing, as Batman. A lot of conversations in here with Alfred. I absolutely adore Alfred dialogue. I absolutely adore Alfred's advice and conversations with Batman, with the Bat family, and Dick Grayson here in this issue. It was so interesting to see and read and find out. Grayson confesses fears to Alfred about his biggest fear being he knew that one day he had to take over as Batman, and that's the reason why he became Nightwing, was to avoid the mantle of the Bats. This first arc basically deals with Dick Grayson wrestling with the thought of carrying this huge responsibility in being the best superhero in the world. Also in this issue we get to see that brutal villain Pig perform his trademark doll face transplant on some low-life henchman. But star of the show, Dick Grayson, Batman. And here we have issue 2, Circus of Strange, part 2. Sorry, the first issue was called Circus of Strange. That's the name of the arc. So this is part 2. We get to see Batman and Robin's first patrol together, the new dynamic duo of Damian and Dick. It goes south pretty fast. Damian continues to show a lack of respect to Grayson and calls him out as a cheap imposter. Grayson admits to hating the cape. This is what's really interesting. I just a little information here. I really like the fact that Dick Grayson was complaining about wearing the cape, and that's the reason. That's a key part to why he dropped it when he became Nightwing. When he became Nightwing, he said, "Screw this! I ain't wearing the cape," because he obviously hated it as Robin. And it was just, I like finding out little things like that about that. But still, it's Grant Morrison and Frank Wiley on the book, doing their duties. And here we have number 3. This story is called Mommy Made of Nails. Grayson's still struggling to prove his worth to Commissioner Gordon, actually, and to Damian as well. Great advice by Alfred to perform as Batman. Just amazing dialogue again. This issue shines. The dialogue between Alfred and Grayson shines through. That's what stood out to me the most. And it was actually ended up being a successful first assignment. But still, that struggle with Gordon. But we'll see what happens at the end. Number 4, and there you go. There's Red Hood. Revenge of the Red Hood. Grant Morrison, Philip Tan, Jonathan Glapion. So this is Red Hood and his new sidekick, Scarlet. Scarlet is a Dollatron from Pig Surgery, but she was actually the daughter of that henchman. So, but you'll get to see more about her later on. If you guys, I know most of you guys have read this, but for those of you who haven't, you'll get to see more of Scarlet throughout this series. I'm just gonna blow through these rather quickly. There we go, number 5. Oh, I should fix that book. That's better in a second. So we have number 5. Revenge of the Red Hood Part 2. Let the punishment fit the crime is said a lot here in this issue. It's actually super redundant. It gets pretty annoying. Red Hood is using it as a slogan to market his methods of vigilantism. Vigilantism, is that a word? I don't know. Number 6, Revenge of the Red Hood, number 3, issue 6. Flamingo is here. This is the end of the arc of the Revenge of the Red Hood. Flamingo seems to be a handful for Red Hood and Scarlet. Controversial comments from Damian here. There's a panel here when Damian confronts Flamingo, when he actually meets Flamingo, because there's this build-up about this, this huge mob boss, Flamingo, who's flying in. And when Damian first sees him, he actually says this: "I was expecting scary, not gay." Yeah, that kind of threw me off, but it's Grant Morrison. I shouldn't be surprised, right? Blackest Night, Part 1 of this arc. Um, Pearly and the Pits. That's the name of the arc. We have Cameron Stewart here on art, which is pretty cool. Grayson has the body, the body of Bruce Wayne delivered to Britain on a tip that there is a functioning Lazarus pit there. He teams up with Knight and Squire. Damian is having surgery under the care of his mom, Talia. Pretty cool stuff. They're international. Yes, planting the seeds for Batman Incorporated, folks. Here we go, number 8. So this Batman rises out of the Lazarus pit and beats the living hell out of Grayson, Batwoman, Knight and Squire, and Damian arrives at home in Gotham City. So does this Batman. In this issue, Batwoman actually dies. It's actually a pretty cool issue. So yeah, this deformed, this version of Batman, this dead Batman, it's so zombified. It's kind of like Bizarro. But yes, Batwoman does die, but she dies out of strategy, and she goes into the Lazarus pit. So in this issue, Damian is back. But he's confined to a wheelchair, and he has a pretty brutal showdown with his defected clone of a father, Batman, this Bizarro Batman. It's pretty ridiculous. Batman is resurrected from Lazarus Pit, as I mentioned before. And Grayson's... Oh, it's pretty funny, because Grayson's kind of flirting with her towards the end, after this huge showdown and stuff like that, and after he resurrected her. He's like flirting with her, you know, saying, hey, can't wait to see you around again, something like that. And she says something about, not only is this the new age of something, it's also the new age of crime fighters. So, yeah, basically saying, not interested. There's number 10. Batman vs. Robin, Part 1. The Haunting of Wayne Manor. Andy Clark pencils. Because Bruce Wayne is stuck in the past, well, you guys know what happened, right? He died. And we know he's in the past. We get to see clues that he left in the family pictures. Number 1, the ancestor pics have been organized. That's the first clue we see. And also a flashback to Damian and Talia's conversation is shown here. Apparently she has planted a seed of doubt in Damian and wants him to kill Grayson and be the Batman. So she's trying to, like, you know, not really take over the family business, but, you know, she's just telling him, you're better, you're a trained assassin, kill Dick Grayson and be the Batman. So here we go, number 11. Oh, that's pretty cool. I love this storyline. The return of Bruce Wayne begins here. This is Boneyard. So Talia is tapped into Damian's spine through this cerebral-looking machine. It's pretty cool because Damian is quartered in the cemetery with Sexton. That's Sexton, by the way. Pretty rad guy. You'll know who I'm talking about later. They're in this. It's pretty awesome. And Damian calls out Sexton's fake accent and calls him Bruce Wayne. He actually thinks Damian thinks that this Sexton guy who wears this mask, whatever, spandex thing over his face is actually Bruce Wayne, because just calls him a fake. Well, he is. He's not who he says he is, but he's not Bruce Wayne. But it was a cool twist. We'll find out later. Number 12. Mexican Train. Grant Morrison, Andy Clark, Frank Quitely cover. After the fight at the graveyard, Grayson shot Damian to short the spine controlled by Deathstroke. So Grayson literally shot Damian so it would, you know, short circuit the remote controls that Deathstroke was using to control Damian to kill Dick Grayson in the graveyard, like robotic and stuff like that. Damian confronts his mom. She wants nothing to do with him. They go to Sexton's hotel, and Sexton reveals himself to be... guess who? The Joker! Issue 13. Fucking Fraser Irving art here, man. Absolutely amazing. So this is called The Garden of Death. My favorite art in Batman. Suits the style of Gotham. I absolutely love Fraser Irving doing Joker and Batman books. Absolutely amazing. This is the line. This is the issue where I get the line. Damien actually calls up the Joker. He says, "They say you're mad. I say you're not. And it's true. Because this man, the Joker, is too calculated to be mad." And here's number 14. You guys probably turned off this video by now. So Damien continues to beat Joker with a crowbar. Fantastic dialogue between the two. Joker brings up the saying, "You're right, I'm not mad, I'm differently sane." And I always say that because I love that line. It's absolutely one of my favorites. Scratches Robin. So in this issue, Joker scratches Robin, well, Damien, with that poison. He has poison in his fingernails. And Batman is forced to work with the Joker to get Damien back. Both after the Black Hand, because he is gone. 15, Night, Death, and the Devil. Batman is back. Simon Hurt, a.k.a. Thomas Wayne from the past. And that's it for that. Number 16, Batman beats the living hell out of Simon Hurt. And also, this is the first appearance of Batman Incorporated. I'm just going to go really quick now. Number 17, first appearance of Absence. Actually, she just died in Convergence number 3. But nothing really too interesting with this. Here's 18, part of the Absence arc. And I also got a variant for that cover not too long ago. And here's 19, a Pat Gleason cover. Woohoo! You know who Pat Gleason is, right? And there you go. Peter J. Tomasi, Patrick Gleason. Kick it off right here on issue 20. So, Dark Knight versus White Knights, part 1. Basically, this kicked off the marriage between Tomasi and Gleason that we all know so well. Full of this issue has actually a lot of the classic villains. This whole arc, actually, the Heaven and Hell in Gotham City. There's 21. Pretty cool. And here's 22. And this is the beginning of the last arc before the series is done. And I love this cover because it's like the before and after. There we go. Before and after. Cool, eh? Sorry about that, guys. I had to stop the video. I'm having a little issues with lighting here. But I'm at the end. I'm at the tail end of the series, so I might as well just, plow through it. So this is number 23. The Judd Winnick wrote this arc, this last arc that features the Red Hood. We all know that Judd Winnick is very familiar with the Red Hood. He wrote that under the Red Hood storyline. That was part of the main Batman title, which was absolutely exceptional. He's very familiar with Red Hood. He has that comfort zone with him. I really enjoy his characterization of Jason Todd. Absolutely amazing. So in this issue, JT is in Arkham Asylum. And he is transferred to a low-security prison. JT heavy dialogue, so witty, just such a super fun read. Love reading JT in this title. So we get to see him go to this low-security prison and kick ass. And here is a variant for 23, given to me by a great friend of mine. Fantastic cover by J.G. Jones. There's Gotham Department Corrections, full of blood, because you know what happens when you put Jason Todd in a prison full of criminals. Of course, he's gonna have. Here we have issue number 24. Interiors are done by Greg Tocchini. Fans of Low know who I'm talking about. I think this is a Gilliam March cover. I'm not sure. I have no idea. I can't read from here. But anyways, 24. So because of the killings, it's not coincidence that all of a sudden all these deaths were happening inside this prison. Since JT was transferred there, it's not really a coincidence. Everyone started freaking out. It's like, let's send him back to Arkham Asylum. So he's on his way out of the low security prison, when all of a sudden this zoo crew, these anamorph people, break him out for some reason. And he's not really thankful for their help. And Batman and Robin show up. So it's JT, Batman, and Robin versus this zoo crew. And they have his old friend Scarlet hostage. So they're all gonna go together and find her. And here's number 25. Again, opening panels are pretty awesome. The dialogue between Dick Grayson, Batman, Damian, Robin, and Red Hood is absolutely amazing. Red Hood is dissing the Batmobile for smelling like pine. He's basically saying that Bruce Wayne would never allow that because something about having his senses raw. Just it was just so funny. Damian calls him out for trying to be, starting this casual conversation by being familiar and passive aggressive at the same time. Damian basically wants to kill Jason Todd. And it's awesome, just amazing. Just get this issue 25. If you ever see it in the bargain bin, pick it up just for that dialogue. It's absolutely awesome. And yeah, so they all team up and they go and Jason Todd gets his sidekick Scarlet, and they drive off into the sunset literally. And then we have issue 25, which is the Acid Trip issue. Sorry, 26, the last and final issue. Dave Hine, Greg Ticini, Andre Brisson. This is called the Acid Trip issue because I could care less about it. I despised it. It's annoying and it's ridiculous. So that's it, guys. 26 issues of Batman and Robin Volume 1, created by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys stuck to the end. If not, I totally understand. These completion videos are just too educational. See you later, guys. Peace.